أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, Fatima Zahra, peace be upon her, in her second sermon, addressed the Muhajirin and Ansar ladies. When she was sick and she could not leave the house, some of the Ansar and Muhajirin ladies came to visit her. They told her, "How are you?" Lady Fatima started giving a great sermon, and she talked about the history of Islam and Prophet and the troubles Muslims were going to face. The word Basharat is used for giving good tidings, but sometimes it is used for giving bad news. And sometimes it is used for giving bad news, and this has been stated in Holy Quran and Arabic text. She said, those who deviated the government from the way Prophet Muhammad intended to lead, which was a straight path, which he showed it to the whole world during 10 years of power in Medina, will see what they're going to face. She said, innocent Muslims are going to face sharp swords and crisis. They will also face the wrongdoers. What she said happened. It started from burning Fatima's house. They also threatened to burn those who were in the house, even Fatima Zahra, the great daughter of Prophet. She was threatened to be burned. This has been stated in history on and on. These threats continued until the period of Bani Abbas, except those 5 years in which Imam Ali, peace be upon him, ruled. He ruled like Prophet Muhammad. There were no sharp swords unless for defending, and there were no crises at all. And there was no dictatorship, yet there was only prosperity, peace, and welfare. Regardless of the period in which Imam Ali ruled, all the other governments were like what Fatima Zahra explained. There were sharp swords, crisis, and also dictatorship. They wronged people, they burned people until the time of Muawiyah, in which there were a lot of burning. Who did they burn? They burned men and women believers and their children only because of political problems. They used to burn those who had problems with Muawiyah. They were burned for they did not believe in Muawiyah. They were also burning and torturing, and it continued to the time of Yazid ibn Muawiyah. One of the known cases related to the day of Ashura after the painful martyrdom of Imam Hussein. Before the evening of Ashura's day, a wrongdoer came and shouted, and he called Fatima Zahra and her households as oppressors. He ordered to fire their tents, and they did this. And they lost their houses and started wandering around the houses, and some of them were burned in the fire. The very house burning which happened after Prophet's martyrdom continued to the time of Muawiyah and Yazid and the day of Ashura. And if you read the history of Bani Umayyad and Bani Abbas, you face a dirty history full of oppressions and oppressors. They used to burn people alive. They burned kids, men, women. What Fatima Zahra predicted was a reality she had foreseen, and she was warning people about it. She said, you deviated the government from its right path made by Prophet Muhammad, a way full of prosperity. You will face the oppressors and the sharp swords. And they faced what Fatima Zahra warned them about. All innocents face those oppressions, particularly those who had political problems with the rulers. There have been written many shameful stories about the time of Muawiyah. There were many inhuman things at that time, and they used to rule under the name of Islam, like Muawiyah, Yazid, Aaron, Mutawakkil, and others. and they continued oppressing people. That's why most people are afraid of Islam today. It is mainly because of this history. But Prophet Muhammad did exactly the opposite. You can find the evidences in history written by infidels. Those infidels who have written the history of Imam Ali have not written anything about someone who was killed because of a political problem. They did not kill anyone who did not believe in Prophet or Imam Ali. They could have done that, for they had the power. Even though Prophet was an infallible, they stood against them. Prophet and Imam Ali are the main parts of Islam. They were both infallibles. There were quoted many cases in which they used to stand in front of Imam Ali and called him infidel. Imam Ali neither did anything to him nor did he allow anyone to punish him. You can find no political execution in 10 years of Prophet's ruling, nor you can find any political prisoner. Infidels used to lie about Prophet Muhammad, but Prophet did not kill them, and he did not also put them in prison. This is true about Prophet, considering all the problems enemies made for Prophet and Imam Ali, considering all the words they imposed on Imam Ali. You can find no political prisoner. But this is now something quite common, that many people from Islamic countries take a refuge in non-Islamic countries. No refuge in the period of Prophet Muhammad. It means that even infidels, hypocrites, Jews, Christians did not escape from Prophet's government. You can find no political refugee. No history books have mentioned that someone was a political refugee in the time of Imam Ali. It was the opposite case. Infidels used to come and believe in Prophet's religion, and it is stated in Holy Quran as well. It is stated, O Prophet, if any infidel or idol worshippers escape from his country and come to you, accept him. No one can punish him just because he is an infidel or a hypocrite, and protect him. People used to ask for protection from Prophet Muhammad and Imam Ali, peace be upon them. People used to escape from Muawiyah and ask for protection from Imam Ali. But there was no one who escaped from Imam Ali and asked for protection from Muawiyah. Everyone is obliged to let the whole world know about this issue. These two governments were full of prosperity, moralities, peace, and welfare. Western countries must know about this. Prophet ruled for 10 years and he had no political refugee. No one was killed because of political problems. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, ruled for 5 years and no one was killed because of a political problem. He had no political refugee or prisoner. Everyone is obliged to let the whole world know about them. There are many righteous people, but not all know about these issues. If we appropriately let the whole world know about them, it would change the world. There will be no political, no economical problems in Islamic and non-Islamic countries, and they will be changed to welfare and prosperity. I hope God gives everyone this opportunity. May God bless Muhammad and his descendants.